Hello everyone and welcome to week 18, our final week of the summer CSA program. Folks, we have come full circle in this 2024 season. Seems like the first 4, 5, 7 weeks that I spoke with you about these products, these vegetables, it was way too wet, and I complained, spoke over and over again about issues with quality in vegetables with rainfall. The last 3, 4, 5 weeks have been bone dry here, and we have absolutely extraordinarily beautiful, healthy crops to show for it. You'll see it as we explain. We're in great shape, leaping off from late summer into fall. Those of you getting winter shares will have peppers and tomatoes from our high tunnel at the start of winter shares, thanks to this late fall, early winter period and the glorious sunshine we've had for several weeks. So we have lots of winter squash this week, butternut, carnival squash, and spaghetti. These I will speak about in future videos with winter shares, but suffice it to say, all winter squash will keep exceptionally well on top of your refrigerator or your garage. So no need to use this right away in this warm weather coming up this week. If you don't want to heat up your oven, just fine, because the squash will keep well into the fall, weeks and weeks and weeks. The wonderful cabbages, not just red cabbage, but a fall Savoy cabbage. I have not eaten this one, folks, but I'm very excited to try it. It's a lighter weight, I suspect crunchier, very flavorful cabbage for slaws. Savoy, Napa cabbage, again, they can be cooked, but I recommend this for a slaw because of that vital, lively crunch that we're likely to get this time of year. When these crops are growing in cool season, they really have good flavor. Carrots, again, like squash, lots and lots to talk about. We have carrots for every box, as well as onions and beets. Other crops here that we have had for several weeks here, but again, fully cured onions, beets, like carrots, like squash, will show up in winter boxes. They will keep for a very, very long time in your refrigerator if you don't use them right away. We have a kind of a fall treat here. This is one of my all-time favorite crops. This is a watermelon radish, or Japanese daikon radish. It's an extraordinary thing to cut one of these open and discover this very bright, vital inside, which when you just cut this, I just eat that interior. I just can't tell you how tasty these fall storage radishes are when they're harvested in cool weather. They will keep in a bag in the crisper section of your refrigerator for weeks and weeks and weeks if you don't eat them right away. You can also feel free, there are larger ones, cut them in half, use the first portion, wrap the other half in a bag, put it back in your crisper section. You can use it weeks later, it will be 99% as good. We have again a spring crop that we have frequently in the spring, but these Hakurei turnips, lovely spring turnips that we can cut thin. They're very thin skins, great for dips. Then a handful of farewell to summer crops that have done so beautifully with this warm, dry fall. Talking about ripe peppers, golds and reds. Ounce for ounce, gram for gram, these are the sweetest things that anyone can grow in the upper Midwest. They're on the level of watermelons for Brix content. But peppers like warm weather, and when it's cool like this, they are beginning to get a little bit softer than they normally would be. So I'm going to advise you not to wait, not to sit on your hands on this. Eat your peppers quickly this week because they won't have that same vitality as they would when it's 97 degrees in the summertime. They like warm. Tomatoes, we're still in the tomato business, folks, thanks to Abby's great view forward by planting a high tunnel worth of these. Are grown indoors, but in the soil. They're an organic tomato, not a hydroponic. Lots of nice hybrid tomatoes. These will take several days to ripen up. Again, like the peppers, if it's cool at night, they won't ripen a great deal. They prefer warm, so leave them on your kitchen counter, and these will ripen in just several days. Then 3 final, absolute, just magnificent fall greens. Little baby bok choys in bags. These I have been eating a lot recently, folks, for a stir fry. There's just nothing that beats them. Just use the entire thing. I cook that stem chopped up first, and then at the very, very end of the stir fry in the wok, you can throw in these greens. Will just melt down. Just the heat of the residual vegetables in the stir fry, enough to cook these very tender greens in the baby bok choys. Green kale, it just does not get more beautiful, healthier, more vital, or more flavorful than October green kale. This is just one of my all-time favorites. I can't recommend enough. And then just magnificent field-grown cilantro. Again, 70 degrees in October, no rainfall. The fragrance, the eating quality, just the vitality of these farewell to summer greens. It's the end of summer. Winter is ahead of us, and we still have several of these wonderful things residual from the field, but we are moving into colder time. I want to thank you so much for your participation, your support all season, all of your comments, your questions, your concerns. We've done our best under wet and dry conditions to give you a nice box. Thank you so much. We will see you in the winter.